if you're on like, you know,
one that's maybe more about
let'shookup.com,
yeah.
you know, it's probably gonna be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Someone search that. It might be actually a thing.
Today's episode of It's Complicated is brought to you by East Meet East, the premier dating service for Asian American singles.
Hi everyone, my name is Joanna Sotomura and welcome to the second season of It's Complicated on ISAtv. I'm really excited to be continuing this series because I have a lot of opinions on love and dating and relationships. Each episode I'm going to have a special guest on that will help us navigate the complicated world of romance. And for this episode, I thought it would make sense to have on my friend and host of season 1, Phil Wang!
Hello everyone!
Hello!
I'm back!
What?
I'm here. I got replaced, but you guys are in much better hands now with Joanna. I always thought that the first season was kind of weird because there's too much, it was too formal. But I feel like now when it's just like one-on-one, we can get like real.
Like,
you know?
like open up.
Like other times, like it was like everyone was trying to be nice, whatever. But like we're gonna go in now, right?
And get mean. We're gonna get bitches.
Basically.
So for this episode, I thought we should talk about dating now versus then.
What's then?
Then is like high school, so like.
I'm still in high school. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, you do have that youthful glow.
Oh.
Mine's your.
Mine's my mustache. So high school.
Yeah, high school dating. So what you learned, what like you were like in high school when you were dating, and what you were like now.
It's too real.
Yeah.
Too real.
Is there a difference, or are you like the exact same
There's
guy?
a huge difference.
Really?
I think the biggest difference is as you get older, you get with experience comes, you know, bad experiences too. Good experiences and also bad experiences. But I mean, obviously, like everything helps you become a better person. But I feel like you become more jaded.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because when you're younger, you feel like this is like love is gonna last forever, and I'm invincible.
I thought like, you know, I thought like 22, 23 was old. You know, like, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be married by 22. Like,
easy, kids at 24, like I'll be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I really thought like the girl that I, you know, was dating, you know, we went to college, we went to the same college, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's written in the stars, we're gonna be like together forever, you know? and it doesn't happen that way, and it's really sad. But at the same time, you know, like it's part of growing up, I guess.
Yeah, and I think like you learn from each relationship too. So like for me, my first real boyfriend, I was like 16 and we dated till I was probably 21, and I like loved him and I thought we'd be together forever, and then he just broke my heart. I really think that you can learn from each one, and it makes you a better person. Maybe not jaded, maybe just more selective of who you choose to give your heart to.
That's true.
What about in terms of how you date? Like I know like online dating is a big thing now with like apps and the Facebook. I'm actually not. I don't.
People date on Facebook?
Yes, I thought that's like what Facebook's for, basically.
Well, okay, obviously, yeah. When we were in high school, there was no, there was no online dating.
Yeah.
And I do remember when online dating started like, you know, coming up.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was really weird or creepy or like, you know, it was like looked down upon.
Yeah.
But now it's like the norm. It's like if you're not doing it, then, you know, how are you meeting people? I wouldn't want the ones where it's just like everything all at once. I think the more selective, curated ones is probably better because it's a little bit more real.
Like personal, they like take time to find out who you are instead of just like a picture.
I have like a friend and she's on like a few of them, and she's like every day of the week she goes on a different dinner or date. And I'm like, that sounds exhausting.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend of mine too who's a guy, and he would do the same thing, go on like a date a night. But the dates consisted of like just meeting up for a drink.
Yeah.
And they both meet each other there, which for me kind of takes out the romance of that first date, you know?
Right.
Where like you like, I'll pick you up at 7.
Right.
And so it just sort of, it becomes like
I guess in that sense, maybe he just wants to make it even quicker.
Yeah.
Like the dating app isn't fast enough. Dinner is already too much.
Exactly,
I want to know just in one drink, is it gonna be enough or whatever.
I wonder if like Googling has changed too, like because now you can Google people before you go on a date with them too. So
that's true.
I do that every single time.
That happens that often.
Oh,
I do that every day I go on.
Earlier when I said my friend was a guy,
Yeah.
it was actually me. It was me, I do it. Okay, so if you could go in a time machine and talk to your younger self, what advice would you give yourself in terms of dating and how you went about loving?
I see, the thing is, like, I feel like, I don't know how much I did wrong necessarily back then. I think I just wasn't, you know, okay, I know Okay, it's funny that I'm gonna say this because I remember actually getting this.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter like if you get it or not, or if you get this advice or not, because basically everyone told me it's all about confidence.
Ah.
You know, and so I remember hearing that, you know, in high school and college, and it just hearing it and putting it into practice is just so different because like when you're a teenager, it's just so hard to be like, yeah, I know who I am. Like, like a girl, you should like me. I'm a good catch or whatever. Like, so much about high school is about like being judged by others.
Yeah.
And then not feeling like you fit in. So to have that confidence, like, is so difficult. But that's really where it changes. I feel like when a girl can sense, I think when a guy like knows who he is and doesn't care what other people think.
It's really attractive. We were all supposed to go through that awkward phase where we're like, I don't know what this is, but I'm having feelings.
Right.
And they're for you. You know what I would say is just be your authentic you.
Yeah.
Don't try to change yourself for anyone because you think like you should be more, you know, girly or you should be into sports or whatever it is. Like whoever I was at 15 years old, I should just be proud of that and rock it, because then you get to find someone who likes that too, instead of faking it and finding someone that likes your fake self instead of your authentic self. So I'd say
I can't imagine what like young people now have to go through with everything being so public too.
That's a good point.
There's so many more pressures and like you have to deal with seeing on social media what everyone else is doing and like you feel pressure to be as cool as them or whatever. I feel sorry for you guys.
It's crazy though, just it's a completely different world. So each episode we're gonna end with a viewer submitted question. And this one comes from an anonymous viewer and they ask, I've just started using a dating app and I'm a little nervous. I can't tell if the guys I'm meeting online are being serious or just looking to hook up. Do you have any advice on how to tell the difference? I just don't want to meet a creep.
Well, I feel like, okay, I don't know, I don't have experience, but I feel like it really depends on what app they're on.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Because like, you know, there's a lot of different types and a lot of different purposes, right? Like
that's
Tinder,
true.
Hinge, East Meet East, Coffee Meets Bagel. It depends on what, like, I feel like if they're on like, you know, eHarmony, that's probably like the most serious one, right?
Yeah.
So you're probably not gonna meet a creep. But if you're on like, you know,
that's maybe more about
letshookup.com, you know, it's probably gonna be pretty bad. Yeah. Is that a thing? Someone searched that. It might be actually a thing.
Letshookup.com?
Yeah, letshookup.com.
Sure.
Yeah, hookandsling.com.
Yeah, that's pretty subtle. I would think that if a guy is being too aggressive, like he wants to meet with you too quickly, without spending the time to like really get to know you first.
Like what's really though?
Well, as best he can online. Like,
at least he's putting in the effort.
Exactly, and the time and investing in you as an individual versus just meeting you and like taking you out immediately without being like, you should see if like if you're funny or if you guys maybe like the same things or if
and you can tell if you have chemistry, text chemistry.
Which is actually
Textmistry.
Textmistry, yeah.
Textmistry.
Which is a real thing. Like
is
you
it
want
really?
I think so.
Oh,
I find it with people.
Yeah.
Like if you have like cute little smiley faces and like, you know, you ask questions and they ask questions and you have a dialogue versus just like,
So if you ever talk to Joanna on a a dating site, use a lot of emojis.
Oh, I love them.
That's what she needs.
Yeah, that's how I know you care.
Exactly.
If you send me like awkward smiley faces and hearts, I'm like, stop. Who is this? Romeo. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of It's Complicated on ISAtv. Be sure to tweet us your questions or click the link below if you want to submit your questions to be answered by us. Well, thank you so much to East Meet East for making this video happen. They are the premier dating app for Asian Americans in urban cities like New York, Toronto, and Los Angeles.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's really great. Thank you so much to Phil for joining us. Yay.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And you'll be back next episode, right?
Are the scones gonna be here?
Yes, they will.
Okay, then I'll be here.
Sweet.
They are.
Oh, get out. Subscribe for new episodes every other Monday on ISAtv. See you soon, guys.
Bye.
Bye.